Good afternoon, traders. It is Friday, May 28th, 2021, and the U.S. stock market is closed. I am really late getting this out. I'm going to be upfront and honest with you. I'm in shock tonight. I'm in disbelief, and that has a lot to do with why I'm not getting this out. Um, but I'm not going to avoid putting it out. I'm going to put it out. I'm going to try and describe to you the source of my shock and disbelief today on this Freaky Friday and last day, trading day of May. So let's just briefly go through what happened here in the May portfolio. Um, the Dow here, you can see it gapped up. This is normally an ugly pattern for us when we get the highest prices of the day in the first 15 minutes, and then it sells off and actually makes the lowest price of the day on the last 15 minutes. That's never a good pattern for us, but this today was exceptionally bad. Uh, the Dow and the Dow officially, even with a sell-off, ends up 65 for the day. But I will say, if you look at the Dow here, this does look very toppy to me, um, and I would anticipate that the open on next Tuesday. This is a 3-day Memorial Day weekend. The open on Tuesday is going to be down pretty hard, um, with the Dow and stocks. The stocks we're holding are going to go even lower. Okay, here's the statistics. We had 8 positions coming into today. We closed out 7 of those, and we went from, I think, positive $75 or something like that to closing those 7 positions out with negative $2,200. Here's where our problem is with this, funky action in the Dow. We managed to get into 21 positions. That's a lot of positions. I don't understand. And we got into them, you know, almost the majority of those we got into immediately on the open. Well, not right on the open, but as soon as we could start buying, we got into just a whole pile of them. We got into 21 positions, and on the close today, we are down over $35,000 on those 21 positions. So we're holding a huge number of positions with a huge equity deficit of over $35,000. And I'm looking at this and saying, this is going to get a lot worse next Tuesday. And so, not only are we ending the absolutely worst month that I've had in over 3 years, which is May, it's very possible that as a result of this action today, this is going to be the worst day of 2021. I mean, it's just it could be just a total bloodbath with 21 positions, and they're already negative 35,000 going into a 3-day weekend. I mean, this is just absolutely horrible. It's a horrible end to a horrible month. And yeah, I just don't know what to make of it. But it gets worse, folks. And I'll tell you why. I how it gets worse is I'm trading two portfolios this week. I'm trading the May portfolio, as all my customers are. Excuse me. But I'm also beta testing the June portfolio. And whereas the May portfolio had absolutely the worst day of the worst month in the last 3 years, the June portfolio may have almost had the best day across the board. And here are the statistics for the June portfolio. And I'm trading this in real time. The June portfolio, rather than closing out negative $2,000 like the May portfolio, the June portfolio closed out over $60,000 positive. It had 17 positions versus the 8 positions that the May portfolio did. So it had more positions, and it closed out positive 60,000, over 60,000, versus the negative 2,000 that the May portfolio did. And if you wonder the specific stocks, I just wrote down the 3 best. The biggest trade was in AMC Entertainment, which took out $25,800, a great outlier trade there. And then the next 2 largest were quite a bit farther down the ladder, but Nicolia Corporation closed out $8,200, and BioCryst Pharmaceuticals closed out $6,400. But again, there was a lot of smaller, good, positive trades. It was almost, the screen was almost totally green, whereas the May screen was totally red. Unbelievably, just unbelievable. Okay? Now, both the May and the June portfolio were negative on their open positions, but again, the difference was dramatic. The May portfolio, as I say, had 21 positions with negative over $35,000 in open trade. The June portfolio had only 9 positions, almost only a third the number of positions that the May portfolio had, and it was only negative $9,200 versus negative $35,000 in the May portfolio. And even though negative $9,200 isn't particularly great, when you close out positive over $60,000 in closeout trades, negative $9,200 is nothing. So, what's going on? This is what has me in kind of mental schizophrenia. The fact is, the method that I use to select the May portfolio is identical to the method I used to select the June portfolio. And, if I find out starting next Tuesday, I mean, it doesn't just mean what happens on Tuesday, but what starts happening throughout the month of June, that suddenly that June portfolio gets as bad as the May portfolio has been, yeah, then I got some real serious thinking to do. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're probably going to have a really good month in June, and this June portfolio is smoking hot, and it's going to be smoking hot for my customers just as it has been for me this week. And I'm just sitting here scratching my head, and I still don't know exactly what's going on. And I'm going to suffer post-traumatic trader's syndrome as a result of this month of May, and I was looking so forward to today because it was the end of that May portfolio, and no, it's not the end. We had the worst day possible, and we're carrying 21 positions into the June, and that's going to show up in the June statistics. It's just like this May has been so bad, it's going to contaminate our June performance as well. I'm just beside myself. I can hardly look at this and talk about it. It's just absolutely horrible. You know, that's my rant. I obviously have nothing I'm going to show. I can't stand looking at these charts. So I'm not going to say anything. Look, it's Memorial Day weekend. You guys have a fantastic one. And I will be back here on Tuesday and probably in a better mental state of mind. Have a great one. This is Trader Bob signing off.